This is the Projekt Gemineye Update, your source for all things Projekt Gemineye. Brought to you by Reficul Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to episode 168 of the Projekt Gemineye Update. This is going to be a short update, but one that I think is sort of necessary, I guess, mainly because I don't want to have such huge gaps in between my my updates anymore. I just feel that you guys need to be kept in the loop more frequently than that. So first off, I took a listen to the acetate that I mentioned in the last update. It turned out excellent. It sounds primo, and I think now it's just a matter of him putting it into the system. Again, you got to understand that this is something that has to be done almost with sort of streamlined precision, because you don't want to make the metal parts for this too early and then they're sitting around, and you know, it's not a good idea. Or basically, if I understand the theory correctly, is he doesn't want to make the acetate right away, have the acetate sitting too long before they make the metal parts. I think that's what it is, not the other way around. Because the longer it sits without being made into metal parts, the sort of engraving that he did, it sort of affects. I don't know the exact science of it perfectly, but I know that that's something that he looks to minimize the time between those two things. So now that I gave him the approval for the acetate, now he just has to coordinate it with Train Records for when they have an opening in the line for me to get my metal parts done. And then after that, it's just a matter of waiting for when there's an opening to get the pressing of it done. That again is going to be a couple of months, because that's going to there's such a backlog in orders still, and that's going to lead me to another topic I'm going to talk about after this update here. But things are moving, and hopefully we'll be on track for September or October to have this finally in my hands. I know it seems a long way away, but maybe something will happen and it'll be quicker than that. Other than that, I also want to talk about Joe Bailey's record, Devil in the White City. It's still on pre-order right now. I should be getting the CDs, the finished CDs, soon. So still, if you haven't gotten your order in yet for this record, the CD pre-order, please do. It's a fantastic record, getting lots of great reviews and lots of great comments by people. And so I think he deserves a fair shot at having his music listened to and taken into your purchasing consideration. So if you just hop over to Joe Bailey's Bandcamp page, then you can order it there, and for a very fair price. And since it's involved with me in Reficul Records, you know that I will strive for nothing less than near perfection as far as the packaging and so on and so forth goes. Also, talking about Joe, me and Joe are working on the Dark Monarchy album, the third one. We are done all the guitars now. Everything's done. We've started with the vocals. There's one song completely done vocally too, which is great. We're working on the vocals and the lyrics now. Once that's all done, it's just me doing guitar solos, and we have another record to start mixing and getting ready to get out into the great wide world. So there's a lot going on still, and I'm very pleased that that's happening. Just a quick little side note here in Brampton, where I live in Ontario. 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks ago or was it about a week ago? I don't remember now. I don't remember the date, but we had a huge storm, borderline tornado. I think some of the people in this area actually had it called a tornado event, and lots of damage was done. The tree in my front yard split in two and fell onto my house. Luckily, I had a very kind neighbor who had an electric chainsaw come by, and actually with a cordless chainsaw. What am I talking about? And he took care of the tree for me, if you can believe that. So I really lucked out. Otherwise, I would still have a tree, impaled into this. Well, not impaled, but like sitting nicely against my house. So it could have been much worse, and I count my blessings for that. Now, before I go, I want to just give my comment about something. I guess you can call this a borderline rant. There's been talk around the internet a lot about whether the vinyl uh, the vinyl craze is done. The sky is falling, blah 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 blah, and that things are going to go downhill now because Universal Music and all these other places are increasing the price of their records. This is something that I'm not ultimately too worried about right now. If they do that, I think Universal is only hurting themselves, I think, doing this, because, you know, asking 40 to 50 Canadian for a vinyl record, you're getting a little, out of a reasonable price, in my opinion, for that. And not only that, but, and I'll say this looking you straight in the eye, if you're going to charge that much, at least make it good. I mean, how many times have I bought stuff from Universal and other major record labels for that amount of money, opened it up, for example, Voivod, okay, opened up the record, pulled it out, colored vinyl, and a shitty paper sleeve. No insert for lyrics, no nothing extra in it, and you're expecting $40 or $50. Doot, 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 doot. And I've also seen other labels doing that too, cutting corners like crazy. I mean, some things maybe I can understand, like the Kiss bootleg series that they're doing right now, the from the soundboard thing, very minimal, very cheaply made, in my opinion, album covers and jackets, and very minimal artwork. But they're trying to approach it. This is just about the music, which it is, but careful with the pricing on that. It's still acceptable, sort of, but. And then again, this also goes back to us, the buyers, okay? You want to make an impact on this or try to make some sort of change on it, there's only one way to do that, and that is don't buy it, okay? And I know for some people that's difficult because as a collector, you want to have everything that comes out, but you know that saying, talk with your wallet. If you don't like it, if you think it's too much, don't buy it. They'll get the clue. If lots of people don't do it, they won't do it. Look, I'm a little small indie label, okay, and I put out my records, as you guys know, every year I put out maybe 1 or 2 albums, but I haven't increased my price, I don't think, since I've started this. It's still $30 Canadian for vinyl, and you get a poster, insert, download card, hype stick, like, and anti-static sleeves. Boy, what a concept, okay? And then asking 30 Canadian, and even now if you go on my site, I think I have like 2 copies up to my Brand New Day record. And I'm only asking 14 Canadian for that, just so I can get rid of the last 2 copies, okay? And Universal and these other places have the gall to increase their price to $40 and $50 for stuff that's been out for a long time now. Like, this is not new stuff. This is like, back catalog stuff too that they're pressing. Like I said, I think it's stupid. And the people who are sort of supporting this, I'm not going to name names. I'm not about that, singling out anybody in particular, but if you're out there, reviewing these things and saying this is great and fully supporting it, then you're just as much a problem of this than they are. Be honest, man. If they're asking for a large amount of money and the quality's not there, or if you just don't feel it's worth it, say something. Because nobody has a gun to your head to buy this stuff. Anyways, rant over. I don't want to go on for hours and hours about this, but anyways. Here at Reficul Records, at least, if I'm going to make an increase in price on anything, you'll know why. And I highly doubt there will be any sort of increase, especially, I don't even think for the next record there will be, but you never know. But if there is, you'll know why. But you got to admit, $30 Canadian for a record that gives you an insert, a poster, colored vinyl, 180 gram, I don't think there's anything to complain about. Oh, and that's another thing. Go on Bandcamp. Look around, people. There's other places you can buy music, even discover some music that you may not even have known that's out there, and for much reasonable prices. And I have to admit, though, too, there are some bands now on Bandcamp that are going a little insane with the shipping costs. And I know that's not entirely their fault, but I'm shipping records too here. Why is it that I can charge people, let's say $20 Canadian, to ship from here to Germany or whatever? Granted, it's probably not like the most speediest way, but I go to some of the other places and order a record, and they're asking for like something like $30 for shipping. What the hell's going on here? It's unbelievable. So, anyways, but my point is, look around. There are other places to buy stuff. There are other record sites or online stores you can buy stuff. You're not always, forced to buy stuff at, some of these places that are really jacking up the prices. So I hope you're all doing well out there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and give the video a thumbs up. And I will talk to you guys all very soon with more news about Projekt Gemineye and other things within the Reficul Records world. Have a good day. Bye for now.